Okay, I want to talk about the Game Awards. I wasn't really too excited or anything about the winners, but if you're curious, I'll put them on screen now. I want to talk about actually what I'm excited for upcoming. Nobody wants to commit to 2025 for release dates just because of fucking GTA 6, man. I think that's crazy. I think it's really entertaining. I think the worst thing that can happen, man, is honestly we just get some more time in the ovens for games that might need it, you know? Especially if they're planning on big releases, man. I'm gonna be more excited for 2026, to be honest. Like, I do want to see what GTA 5 is, but I'm honestly more excited to see like what's holding off for it to come out. I don't know what I want to do for this. I kind of wanted to do a tier list kind of thing, but I'm not arranged enough for that right now, and it's the holiday season and I want to get this video out, so you're gonna have to deal with it and I'm gonna have to deal with it. Up first, I'm going to talk about Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Bro, this game is developed by Game Kitchen. It's a Spanish studio behind Blasphemous. So I've actually played Blasphemous. I loved that game. It was so cool. I haven't beaten it yet, so don't hate on me, but I loved it. It's seriously just like Metroidvania Dark Souls. It's great. But this brings Ninja Gaiden back to its roots, to like its first. I'll put some clips on the screen, but like its first few games, they were so cool. They were so hard, like infamously hard. But from what I see, this is just the classic formula with way deeper of a story, with way better of graphics. I am so hyped for it, man. Sometimes that's just what a series needs, especially in today's day and age. Games, believe it or not, can be overdeveloped, and I will definitely stand by that, man. I played Ninja Gaiden 3 on the PS3 back in fucking 2012, man. Maybe even earlier than that, because my dad was playing it. I remember playing it with him. It wasn't split screen or anything, but it looked like the old God of Wars. I bet you guys don't remember at all what they look like. I'll see if I can find a clip. It was so weird looking, and it was just as ridiculously hard. We didn't beat it, but man, sometimes you just gotta go back to your roots, hit people right in the nostalgia bone, you know what I mean? This one is just going to be an uber bloody side scroller that I'm excited for. Excited as hell, and I'm going to totally get my hands on it whenever I can, man. Next up, I want to talk about Split Fiction. It's developed by Hazelight Studios, the people behind It Takes Two. I know you guys have seen these games. They're constantly super popular all over social media for the couple vibe. But this is just going to be the same kind of formula with a different kind of story. This one is, from what we see from the trailer, it's about two authors writing stories that are kind of shoved into digital recreations of their stories. They got to get back to reality in this half sci-fi, half fantasy adventure. Honestly, for me, the less I know, the better. From what I've seen gameplay-wise, I'll put the trailer on screen. It has me so ready for this experience, man. My wife and I, we have way too much fun playing this game, especially with the co-op puzzles, man. It's so much fun. It Takes Two was such a blast, and Hazelight always delivers on what they're trying to go for. I can't wait to see it. Next up, I want to talk about Splitgate 2, developed by 1047. Man, I loved Splitgate 1. Splitgate 1 hits me right in like my nostalgia bone and my goldfish brain, I guess. I love the gameplay. I love being able to just teleport right behind somebody and make them so mad. But I loved the TDM free play aspect of it, with people making maps, just doing it for fun, you know what I mean? It looks like a step down from the first one. From what I see, it looks like it's gonna be 5v5 esports arena shooter style, like hero shooter. And man, to be brutally honest, I'm so sick of this game style. Like, I loved X Defiant, but more for its COD gameplay. From what this looks like, it looks like a Concord. not even gonna call it, but it looks like an Overwatch route, you know what I mean? So I'm definitely going to keep an eye out for it, because I loved the first one, especially if Splitgate 2 is also free to play. I'll play the shit out of it no matter what, but just fingers crossed, man. Next, I want to talk about Turok Origins, developed by Saber Interactive. I know I've heard the name, I just can't recall any games off of the top of my head. This one's going to be a multiplayer third-person shooter that has people fighting dinosaurs and other things that we haven't really seen. I'm sure if you guys have like read the comics or seen any other form of media, you kind of know what I'm talking about. But I am so ready for this game, man. I've always wanted a dinosaur hunter game with friends, and now we get basically what we wanted Ark Survival Ascended to be with Turok. I'm ready. Even if it doesn't have a crafting system, that's not really what I'm in this for. I just wanna get my hands around the neck of a fucking velociraptor, man. All we've seen is like 20 seconds of gameplay, if that. I'll put this on the screen too. I'm gonna be all over this, you better believe it. Next up, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, developed by Capcom. To me, after watching the trailer for this, it looks like a mix between OG Devil May Cry and Wukong or Sekiro a little bit. Brutal looking combat with some extremely detailed aesthetics. No gameplay is shown, but I'd really like to see more, man. It's hard to tell if this is a return to Onimusha. For the first new title since 2006, it's going to retain its hack and slash roots or delve more into a traditional action formula for the modern day audience. This one's slated for 2026. Let's keep our eyes out because from what you guys see and what I've seen, it's something that I'm sure is going to make a wave of some kind. Next, I want to talk about Stage Fright, developed by Ghost Town Games, published by Hello Games, the people behind Overcooked. I bet you guys know that game. The release trailer gives you less value than a health insurance settlement, to be honest, with no real gameplay, but it looks like it's going to be focused on what we can see 3 different characters, which can all presumably be controlled by players. They all have their own unique storyline, it seems like, that all converge somehow later on down the line. As long as we got good gameplay and a good story, I'm gonna be happy with it, man. I just really am excited to see what the studio can cook up with a different IP, man. I'm excited to see a new IP out of them, so I'm willing to give it a try. Next up, Killing Floor 3. Man, I loved Killing Floor 2, man. I played the shit out of it with my friends, especially because I'm a PlayStation player. I can't get Left 4 Dead, any of the old ones, and Back 4 Blood was such a flop, man. I hated that game so much. I really tried to have fun with it. Honestly, Killing Floor 3 scratches an itch that is combined with Left 4 Dead and COD Zombies that I can't really get anywhere else, so I'm really excited to see what the next evolution of the formula is, man. I can't wait to see it with more polish. It's slated for March in 2025, so we only have a few more months to go, and you will see me all over this game. Another one that I'm nervous about, man, is Borderlands 4. I have not heard very good things about this game from anybody, and I understand why. With them talking about how the characters' abilities look way too done out. They're too basic. They've been done before. The characters don't look very good. And I honestly think that some of it is coming from hate from the movie and just like the publisher itself, which I'll say is kind of granted, but the devs don't deserve it. As long as this is taking the next step in the Borderlands story, I think I'll check it out. I kind of had a weird feeling about seeing Claptrap in it. Like, what are they going to do with him? If they made AI out of that guy's voice, I'm not going to be very happy about that, to be honest. That'll kind of change my opinion on the game. For now, I'm excited. I'll be excited to check out the new abilities whenever the game goes on sale. Next, I want to talk about Mafia Old Country. Man, this game looks cool. I like it. I like the idea of it going for a little filler almost between Red Dead and GTA. I really like all of these GTA inspired games. I really don't think it's a problem that so many of them are coming out, man. If you can define yourself in the right way as a game and having your own mechanics, story, something, man, stick out in some way, I'll be okay with it. Like Saints Row is a little more wacky, and GTA is a little more crime rich. This one is a little more story rich, and man, from what we can see in the trailer, it's gonna be something big. I can feel it. I'm definitely gonna keep an ear out, and I may do a breakdown on just the trailer or more as the game gets closer to release, you know, because this is one that I'm definitely gonna be looking out for and I'm excited for. Next, I want to talk about games that I saw that honestly didn't strike me at all, or I just don't really believe in them. You can say that I'm on the hate train if you want to, but fucking Elden Ring Night Rain looks disgusting, man. It looks horrible. Like, at least from what I could put together and what people are talking about, I watched the trailer. I really can't tell what it is trying to do other than it being basically a battle royale with PvE elements. Like, basically FromSoft's take on something like Hunt Showdown, which is a complete letdown for me, man. I hate it. Of all multiplayer options that FromSoft could have gone with, from the shitty way that they do their invasions and stuff like that, they took a horrible route into the battle royale genre, man. And it's like 4 years too late. I don't want this at all. I really hope you don't have to pay for this game. I'll be pissed. Cause so much looks like it's recycled from Elden Ring too, just the regular Elden Ring. Like, I know it takes place in the same world, but at least give me half of something new. You know what I mean? I'm just totally not interested anymore, man. I'm sorry. The next Naughty Dog thing too, man, like, this is gonna be such a blunder, man. Intergalactic the Heretic Prophet. This is Naughty Dog's first new IP in in almost a decade, man. Since The Last of Us. I really don't know anything to think positively about this game. I don't know what Sony's obsession is right now with the fucking like 80s vibe, like the retro 80s vibe or 70s. Like, it's starting to get annoying with it being between like Concord, and I've seen it around in other styles too. That's just the most prominent one that I can think of right now. I'm not down for it. And seeing the trailer, my first impression was just like, gross. This looks like Star Wars Outlaws, Concord, and the Callisto Protocol all blended up. What else is with the obsession with these like woke, bad attitude, generic, independent female badass characters? Like, don't get me wrong, if you do it right, like Hellblade, Senua's Saga, that was awesome, dude. That game was amazing in every way. Sound design, score, fucking gameplay. That's how you do a female character right. Aloy, fucking Samus. But this, I hate this. The enemies look recycled, man. They look like Helldiver robots. I don't like anything that I've seen in the trailer about this game. I'm not gonna like it, but I'm gonna make fun of it. You better believe that. I'm not really interested in Steel Hunters either. Developed by Wargaming. It's gonna be another PvPvE experience. Pretty much the Titan gameplay from Titanfall, which isn't bad, man. I just can't get into these kind of games. I don't like vehicle combat games. I don't like the tediousness of building up a vehicle for so long, and then when I get a new part, switching it out on every build that I have if I like it, you know. I'm probably playing those games wrong, but my goldfish brain can't do it, man. The last one I wanted to talk about was Dispatch by Ad Hoc. It's where you play as an operator, dispatching superheroes to crime scenes. It's definitely a movie game, like a JRPG almost. After watching the trailer, it's a lot of chemistry between scenes. It's like a TV show, 100%. It could totally work for it, in a way. Just to me, JRPGs leave a bad taste in my mouth. I want to play a game to play a game, you know what I mean? I'm not playing the game to sit there and watch 30 minutes of cutscene within my hour of gaming. You know what I'm talking about? But This game brings a lot of heavy hitters to the table in forms of voice acting. It's got Aaron Paul in it, Charlie, Moist Critical, Jacksepticeye, and just like YouTubers and Hollywood names and stuff like that. It's got a pretty big cast. It's a pretty cool idea. I'm not gonna lie. We'll just have to see where it goes. Same thing as Steel Hunters, man. It's just not really my cup of tea. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. I do want to talk about Donkey Kong Country, but I'll probably talk about that later on. I'll cite my sources down in the comments too, because I know some people are pretty anal about that, but I'm glad that you guys were here to listen to me yap, and I hope you come back for more later on. And see you later.
Hamster.